Hi. This is a dirty phone call. Larry and I are going to be in the country, so we'll miss any birthday celebrations. Anyway, you're 25. Who wants to celebrate being that old? Well, I only hope I look as good as you when I'm your age.
Hi, Bobbie. It's Andy. I forgot what I was going to say.
Hi there, it's Amy. I just called to say that if I'm late for the party tonight, please tell Paula that I'm running... Oh, you're not supposed to know there's a... Judy! Oh, goodness, I'm afraid I dialed the wrong number. Sorry, just ignore this call. Beep. Oh, God, you're never going to believe what I just did.
Yo, Bobbie, it's Marta. Long time no hear. Listen, the doctor said false alarm. I'm not pregnant, so you can return my calls again.
Hi, this is Bobbie. Yes, today's my birthday, and yes, you may leave me a message about how happy you are that I'm turning 25. And whatever you're calling about, my answer is yes.
Bobbie, baby, Bobbie, booby, Bobbie, darling, Bobbie, we've been trying to call you.
Angel, I've got something to tell you.
Bobbie, we've been trying to reach you all day. Bobbie, there was something we wanted to say. Bobbie, how have you been?
Seems like weeks since we talked to you.
Bobbie, there's a concert on Tuesday.
How about some Scrabble on Sunday?
So we're having people on Saturday night. Time we got together is Wednesday, alright. Bobbie, come on over for dinner. We'll be so glad to see you. Bobbie, come on over for dinner. Just be the three of us, only the three of us we love.
No strings, good times, room hums, company. Late nights, quick bites, party games, deep talks, long walks, telephone calls. Thoughts shared, souls bared, private names, all those photos up on the walls. With love, filling the day. With love, 70 ways to Bobbie with love from those good and crazy people, my friends. Those good and crazy people, my friends. And that's what it's all about, isn't it? That's what it's really about. Yeah.
My birthday! It's my birthday. Do you know you had me scared to death? I was just about to run out. I was. I mean, I didn't know. I mean, what kind of friends surprise you on your 25th birthday? Mine. But then again, how many times do you get to be 25? 11? Okay, that's it. Come on, say it and get it over with. It's embarrassing. I can't stand it.
Happy birthday, Bobbie!
Happy birthday, Bobbie!
I stood it. Thank you for including me in your thoughts, your lives, your families. Yes, thank you for remembering. Thank you.
You don't look it.
Well, I feel it. 25 is the new 35.
It's the birthday girl.
It's the birthday girl.
I see you've rehearsed. I'm very touched.
I love it when people are really surprised.
Susan loves it when people are really surprised.
I'd send you a package, but if you don't like it, you can take it back.
Well, I haven't seen it yet.
I mean it though. If you don't like
Why
it,
don't you wait until she sees the thing?
I know I'll like it.
why don't you just take it back?
For God's sake, she says she likes it.
Pretend not to notice, Harry, sweetheart. I think I'll leave.
I was being funny, Sarah. We can stay a little longer.
Hey, Bobbie, take mine and Peter's back too.
You'll be getting one from Amy and me too. If I were you, I'd take it back and get the money. It cost so much I almost passed out.
Paula, it did not, Bobbie.
For a sweater?
You told her what it was?
When I saw the price tag, I thought it was a Lamborghini.
Well, it's not the gift, it's the cost that counts.
Who is that?
That is I, sir. I am very rich, and I am married to him, and I'd introduce him, but I've forgotten his name.
Many happy returns of the day, kiddo.
David is now going to do our greeting. Go on, darling.
Bobbie, happy birthday from us.
And the kids.
And may this year bring you fame, fortune, and your first husband.
Or wife.
Listen, I'm fine without either.
You bet your ass, baby. Tell it like it is.
All right, let's cut out the many happy returns, and that's enough about me. I am indeed just lucky enough to have all of you. I mean, when you've got friends like mine.
Yay! Blow out your candle and make a wish.
Don't tell your wish, Bobbie, or it won't come true.
You have to close your eyes and blow it out.
Be sure you make it a good one.
You still get your wish. She still gets her wish.
She does? Must be a new rule.
Sure you do.
Don't believe a word of it.
Of course you do.
Oh, I know it. I will. Actually, I didn't wish for anything.
She's kidding. You've got to be kidding.
Anyway, don't tell it.
Tell it if it's dirty.
They say you're not supposed to tell.
Paula's right. Don't tell.
Anyway, Bobbie, you're in your prime, 25.
Harry, hush. You don't tell a woman's age.
You having some?
Oh, we don't drink, but you have some, darling. Go ahead.
Or do you want a real drink? Have anything you want.
I'm fine with this.
Okay, darling.
Are you two on the wagon? Sarah, you're not on the wagon.
Goodness, Bobbie, all the questions! Or are you just collecting trivia like some old quiz show contestant? We spent 6 months with you, and now you notice Harry's on the wagon.
A year and a half.
No, love, just a year.
No, it was a year in February. It'll be a year and a half now.
No, I know for a fact that next month it will be a year.
And a half.
1 year, count it, 1! Harry got arrested for being drunk, then quit out of some kind of humiliation.
I quit to see if I actually could, is what happened. Come on, I must have told you about all that.
Never. You never mentioned it, or I never would have brought up the wine. How were you arrested?
Another question! Hey, Bobbie, why don't you have one of those brownies you made?
I was in London on business. I got really drunk one night, and these guys drove me back to my hotel, but instead of going in, I went down to the corner to get something to eat to sober up.
You said it was further than that.
No, it was just the corner.
You said further.
Anyway, this policeman stopped me and said, "Hey, you're drunk." I said, "Drunk? I'm pissed." He says, "I'm taking you in." "Take me to my hotel, for God's sake." I said, "It's just on the corner."
That is not what you said.
Anyway, they booked me for being drunk. London is a surveillance state. Any place else, they'd send you in a cab and send you home or something. And then, Bobbie, the very next time I was out there, I got arrested all over again. Drunk driving. I only had wine.
Only 3 bottles.
And I insisted on taking a breathalyzer test. I failed by 1 point.
And that was when you quit, precious. He always thinks it was after the first arrest, but it was the second. He never told you about that. Curious. I thought Harry had told everybody.
Anyway, I quit to see if I really have a drinking problem, and I don't.
Just a problem drinking.
Do you miss it?
See how you talk in questions? Harry, do you miss it?
No, I really don't.
Yes, he really does.
Anyway, I quit and I haven't had a drink since.
Whoops.
What's whoops?
That's Sheila and George's wedding.
Oh, a toast, for God's sake. Sorry, Bobbie, you must have noticed how staggeringly falling down drunk I got on one swallow of champagne.
I never said you got drunk, but you did have the champagne.
Oh, a swallow. One swallow.
And it was gone. An elephant swallow.
Well, I'd like to pour myself another drink, but I'm terrified.
Darling, Bobbie, put a nipple on the bottle for a week here. Aren't you going to have one of those brownies?
Gosh, no, I'll bust.
I was hoping you'd say that you'd eat one just so I could watch.
Have you become a food voyeur?
Mexican food. What I crave is Mexican food with all the Tabasco sauce in the world.
Don't eat that biscuit.
I'm not, I'm just smelling it. Go on, Bobbie, have a brownie.
Not with the wine.
Chocolate. I'd kill for chocolate. Or a jacket potato with cheese and beans. Doesn't that just make you writhe? Or hot sourdough bread with all the butter there is.
Sunday roast.
Oh dear God, yes, a roast!
Bolognese.
Oh, one bite of bolognese.
How about sweet and sour shrimp?
How about sweet and sour anything?
I get the impression you two are on diets.
Not me. Sarah.
Look at these trousers. Look, I can put my fist in there. That is how much weight I have lost.
She always does that. Look, I can put my fist in my trousers too, you know. She thinks I buy them.
Well, I've lost half a stone already, darling.
I'm bringing up some touchy subjects tonight. Wine for Harry, brownies for Sarah.
It's the magazines, Bobbie. Do you ever notice how many pages are dedicated to cakes and pies and roasts and potatoes? I bet Sarah subscribes to about 40 magazines. It's a sickness. We're up to our arse in magazines.
I read them all.
Don't.
Do?
Oh, look at this, Bobbie. Wrestling. She even subscribes to a magazine on wrestling.
Jiu-jitsu. It's not wrestling, it's jiu-jitsu. And strangely enough, darling, I'm terribly good at it.
How long have you been studying it?
Who asked that question? Oh, Bobbie! 7 months.
Show some jiu-jitsu. I want some jiu-jitsu.
No, darling, we're talking to Bobbie.
Do one thing.
No.
Come on, Sarah. I really would give anything to see you do just one thing. I'm sure you're excellent.
Hey, I'll be your partner.
No, look, Harry, this is embarrassing.
Come on.
Oh my God, all right.
Hooray!
Fine. One throw.
Hooray!
Okay. Harry, do you want to stand there?
Where?
There.
Okay. I'm standing here. Now what?
Okay. Give me an S-A-I-H. Okay. Now come at me.
Okay.
Fantastic. That was hysterical.
Actually, I could have prevented that.
How?
By blocking it.
No, that can't be blocked.
It certainly can. I just didn't do it.
Anyway, Bobbie, that can't be blocked.
Well, let's do it again. Oh,
All right, darling.
I'll come at you again.
Okay, fine.
Oh.
Okay. All right, I see. Fine. Do it again. Come at me again.
Alright.
Bring it. Yes.
Oh. Oh.
I got you. Say I'm the jiu-jitsu queen.
You're not.
Say I'm the
You're
jiu-jitsu
not the
queen.
jiu-jitsu
Bobbie, I
queen.
am the jiu-jitsu
Don't
queen.
listen to her.
Woo!
It's the little things you do together, that make perfect relationships. The hobbies you pursue together, savings you accrue together, looks you misconstrue together, that make marriage a joy. It's the little things you share together, swear together, wear together, that make perfect relationships. The concerts you enjoy together, neighbors you annoy together, children you destroy together, that keep marriage intact. It's not so hard to be married when to maneuver as one. It's not so hard to be married, and Jesus Christ, is it fun? It's sharing little winks together, drinks together, kinks together, that make marriage a joy. It bargains that you shop together, cigarettes you stop together, clothing that you swap together, that make perfect relationships. It's not talk of God and the decade ahead that allows you to get through the worst. It's I do and you don't, and nobody said that, and who brought the subject up first? It's the little things, the little things, the little things, the little things. The little ways you try together, cry together, lie together, that make perfect relationships. Becoming a cliche together, growing old and gray together, withering away together, that make marriage a joy. It's not so hard to be married. It's much the cleanest of crimes. It's not so hard to be married. I've done it 3 or 4 times. It's people that you hate together, bait together, date together, that make marriage a joy. It's things like using force together, shouting till you're hoarse together, getting a divorce together, that make perfect relationships. Kiss, kiss.
Bobbie, look out here.
What are you doing out there?
Oh, it's so nice to have a terrace in the city.
Yes, though we just use it to store old sleds and stuff. Look, hundreds of thousands of terraces in the city. Never have I seen a single person out on any one of them.
You don't ever just sit out there sometimes?
I hate it. And the kids are impossible out there.
And everyone can hear what you're saying. Are you listening? Plus, it's so dirty. Look at all the bird dew.
And noisy. You can't even hear yourself think out there. And what can you see? It's not like you can actually see anything. All you can see is the building across the street.
Well, if you lean way out over here, you can see the East River.
Except that you really can't. Susan almost met her maker one night trying to see that river. She did. It's a miracle she's alive today.
You saved her?
Me? No. Well, I suppose in a way.
He fainted, so I got down.
Blood and heights. I always faint. And that night, she got out there on her knees, way out there. I can't even talk about it. Susan's not afraid of anything at all. One day, she fell off the ladder when she was putting up our Christmas lights and split her head right open. Well, I fainted, came to, examined her head, and I fainted again.
4 times that night he fainted.
4.
Now, to me, that's really charming. You are one lucky girl, Susan. You two are, she said with envy, just beautiful together. Really. And Susan, if you ever decide you want to leave him, I want to be the first to know.
Well,
You're the first to know.
we're getting divorced.
We haven't told anyone yet.
Oh, I'm so surprised. Maybe you'll work it out. Don't think so, huh? Well, I'm sure nobody can imagine how you feel, or how you feel, or how I feel. Larry, are you ever sorry you got married?
You're always sorry. You're always grateful. You're always wondering what might have been. Then she walks in. And still you're sorry. And still you're grateful. And still you wonder. And still you doubt. And she goes out. Everything's different. regretful, happy? Why look for answers where none occur? You always are what you always were, which has nothing to do with, all to do with her. You're always sorry, you're always grateful. You hold him thinking, I'm not alone. You're still alone. You don't live for him, you do live with him. You're scared he's starting to drift away, and scared he'll stay. Good things get better, bad gets worse. Wait, I think I meant that in reverse. You're sorry, grateful, regretful, happy. Why look for answers where none occur? You'll always be what you always were, which has nothing to do with, all to do with her. You'll always be what you always were, which has nothing to do with, all to do with her. Nothing to do with, all to do with her.
Feel? I just don't feel anything. Here, I don't really care for anymore. It's too small. It's too small. Probably just doesn't work on me. Do you feel anything? Because I don't.
You will.
When? I mean, I've had two, for heaven's sake. I think maybe it just depends on the person's constitution. Don't you, Dave? I mean, it's always good to try everything once.
Just wait.
I'm not planning on going anywhere. I mean, maybe I'm just too square, but honestly, I don't feel anything. Do you, Dave? Because I don't, honestly, not a thing. Absolutely nothing. I mean, I wish I did, but I just don't. Maybe they give you like actual grass, like from the lawn or something. I just don't have that kind of constitution, I guess. Why am I talking so much?
You're stoned.
Am I? Am I? I'm not.
I am.
Are you? You're not. I'm so dry.
You're stoned.
Is that part of it?
You'll probably get hungry too.
Yeah. Should I feel that too?
You don't have to feel anything.
Are you hungry, Dave?
No. I'd like some water though.
What? Some what?
You asked me, honey. Water?
Water. I couldn't remember what we were talking about.
You forget when you're high.
Oh, gosh. Do you? Wow. Are you high, Dave?
I'm potted.
Potted. Now that's beautiful. Jesus.
You're really high now, huh?
Jesus.
That's twice you've said Jesus.
You're kidding.
No, you said it 2 times. He never swears.
I didn't know I said it once.
Say kiss my ass.
Kiss my ass.
Say son of a bitch.
Son of a bitch. Kiss my ass, you son of a bitch. Oh, Jesus, that's 3. We'll wake the kids. Let's laugh to ourselves.
Jamie, for God's sake. Shh, shh, shh. We'll get evicted.
Jamie, you're terrific. You're the guy I should have married.
Listen, I know, but I do know a darling girl in this building that you would just love.
What?
When are you going to get married?
What?
I mean it. I mean, to me, a person's not complete until they're married.
She's complete enough. Listen, you're better off the way you are.
That's what I hear.
Dave, do you really mean that?
No. Well, frankly, sometimes I'd like to be single.
Oh, now that's not even funny.
Well, it has nothing to do with you.
I'm your husband.
And that's the way I want it. But didn't you ever wish you could be single again? For an hour even?
No. Well, could you make it 2 hours? Oh. I don't know. I mean, I think a person should be married. Your life has a what to it? A point, a bottom. You know what I mean? I mean, you have everything, which is everything, but no, this is everything. I've got my husband, I've got my kids, I've got my house. I mean, I feel that to get, you've got to give.
Listen, I
What I'm
agree.
saying.
Yeah, but I guess what bothers me is if you marry, then you have another person there all the time. And you can't get out of it whenever you just might want to get out of it. You're stuck, see? And then if you do get out of it, what do you have to show for it? I mean, you can never not have been married again.
I don't think you're really ready. I mean, do you think maybe just subconsciously you might be avoiding something serious?
No. Negative. Absolutely not. I have no block, no resistance. I am ready to be with someone.
Then why aren't you?
I've always had things to accomplish. Like, first, I wanted to finish school. Then I had to get started to find some security and just things that I wanted to do before I could even begin to think about something long term. And I know that that could sound like a rationalization, but it's not. It's frankly, I just wanted to have some fun before I settled down.
Right, and you've done all those things.
Right. Then why am I not with someone? Huh. Wow. Well, wait though. Just you wait. You are going to see some major changes in my life. I meet people all the time. Living in a city like this, you can meet a person a minute. And I've met some really special people recently. Like this guy I'm seeing, this flight attendant, cute, original, odd. Oh, and then there's PJ. You guys never met PJ, did you? Well, they're extraordinary. I mean, extraordinary. And then, oh, there's Marta. Gosh, now she's fun. Anyway, I'm certainly not resisting settling down. My life is totally prepared for a gigantic change right now. I am genuinely ready to be with someone.
Right. Then why aren't you?
Right.
Oh, Bobbie, you don't have to defend yourself. Not at all. Ever. It's no business of ours anyway, is it, Jamie? Why are we going on and on about it? I'm starving. I'm gonna get something to eat.
Well, kiss my ass.
I haven't laughed like that in ages.
Jamie, you're funny when you're high. You really loosen up.
Oh boy.
Could we have some more?
I could go for one.
Oh, you two have some.
What do you think?
I don't think so either.
Are you sure?
You two have some.
I don't want one.
Have one if you want one.
But I don't. I'll go get some food. Isn't he marvelous?
I married a square, a registered square.
I think we're just too old. I mean, we were all just trying to be kids again tonight. I mean, come on. We've been there already. Who wants to go back? It was hard enough getting here. Anyway, what do I know?
Hey, husband, I'm starving.
I love you so much.
Food.
And Bobbie, you put yours away too now. Come on. Thanks.
What was all that?
He doesn't go for it. I knew he wouldn't go for it.
He was stoned.
Not really. He doesn't get things like that. I mean, he'll go along with it, but that's all.
Well, do you want to have some more?
Jamie would have a fit.
He loved it.
I know him. He was doing it for me.
He was stoned.
For me. He was doing it for me. I know him. He's what he said, square. He doesn't want to be a kid anymore.
Well, you could have fooled me.
I better go see if I can give him a hand. Good night.
Wow. Oh, wow.
Another 100 people just got off of the train and came up through the ground, while another 100 people just got off of the bus and are looking around, and another 100 people who got off of the plane and are looking at us who got off of the train and the plane and the bus maybe yesterday. It's a city of strangers, some come to work, some to play. A city of strangers, some come to stare, some to stay. And every day, the ones who stay can find each other in the crowded streets and the guarded park, by the rusty fountain and the dusty trees with the battered bars. And they walk together past the postered walls with the crude remark. And they meet at parties of the friends of friends who they never know. Do I pick you up or do I meet you there? Shall we let it go? Did you get my message? Cause I looked in vain. Can we see each other Tuesday if it doesn't rain? Then I'll tell you in the morning or I'll text you and explain. And another 100 people just got off of the train.
I didn't come right to New York. I went to Northwestern University for 2 years. Oh, it was a pitiful mistake. I was on probation the whole time. I was getting ready to go back to Shaker Heights when I decided where I really wanted to live more than anywhere in the world was Radio City. I thought it was a little city near New York. So I came here. I'm pretty dumb.
You're not dumb, Andy.
To me, I am. Even the reason I stayed in New York was because I can't get interested in anything. I'm so boring. But in New York, see, I can walk around and get interested in all these things and people, and that way I get involved. Or I sleep a lot.
Well, I find you very interesting.
Well, I'm just not. I used to think I was so odd. But my roommate's the same way. She's also pretty dumb.
Oh, you never mentioned her. Are you involved?
Oh, no. We just share this apartment on West End Avenue. We have our own bedrooms and everything. I'd show you around, but we never have company. We're both very private people. She's the sweetest thing, actually. I think she likes the arrangement. But I don't know, though, because we never really talk about it. You know, she's from New York, so nothing really interests her. I don't have anything more to say.
What would you do if either of you ever got married?
Get a bigger place, I guess.
And they find each other in the crowded streets and the guarded parks, by the rusty fountain and the dusty trees with the battered bars. And they walk together past the postered walls with the crude remarks. And they meet at parties of friends who they never know. Do I pick you up or do I meet you there? Shall we let it go? Did you get my message? Cause I looked in vain. Can we see each other Tuesday? If it doesn't rain, then I'll call you in the morning or I'll text you and explain.
This is exciting, PJ. Fascinating.
Oh, Bobbie, you're awful.
You bring people here a lot, huh? Well, maybe next week we can watch a haircut.
Oh, you just can't stand that with everything else going on. I talked you into chatting with me.
What else is going on? I've completely forgotten about all of it.
Bobbie, try to enjoy this. I brought you somewhere special. We are in a park, a tiny little pocket of a park right in the middle of the busiest, noisiest place in the world. It's wondrously simple and always makes me ache to be back up at the Cape.
You really are a piece of work.
What I am is like this park, out of place.
You are like this park. Very lovely.
I always dreamed I'd come to New York, have 2 terrific affairs, and then get married. I always knew I was meant to be someone's partner.
How come we never got married? Why did we never talk about it?
You wanted to marry me?
I honestly think I did. In the beginning, at least, but I don't know. I never thought you'd ask.
And I've never understood why you never asked me.
So you wanted to marry me, and I wanted to marry you. Then how the hell did we ever end up such good friends?
Bobbie, I've never let you know what an incredible, incredible woman I think you are, and how much you've meant. Bobbie, I wanted to bring you here because I wanted to tell you alone. I'm moving out of the city. I'm getting married.
Married?
Some people still get married, you know?
Well, did you just suddenly fall in love?
I'll be a good partner. I want real things now, a family. I don't want to keep running around the city pretending I'm having a life.
Your problem is you want too little. That's the hardest thing in the world to get. Thank you for your park.
You're welcome. But see, it and we just don't fit. I think there's a time to come to New York and a time to leave. I'll see you around.
And another 100 people just got off of the train. And another 100 people just got off of the train. And another 100 people just got off of the train. And another 100 people just got off of the train. And another 100 people just got off of the train.
You want to know why I came to New York? Well, I came to New York because it's the center of the world, and that's where I want to be. You know what the pulse of this city is?
A busy signal?
No, baby. The pulse of this city is me. This city is for the me's of the world, the people who want to feel a part of it all. You know what? I'm like the soul of New York.
How about that?
All right. Smart remarks do not a person make. How many Puerto Ricans do you know? And how many other Black people?
Well,
yeah, that's so boring. All of my closest best friends, they're all kinds of people. I swear, I can walk past a stranger on the street and I know them. I can even go uptown, like to the dentist or something, and I almost cry because I'm like, oh my God, I'm uptown. And then there's 14th Street. I can't believe people aren't talking about it constantly. That is the center of the universe.
14th Street.
That is humanity. 14th Street.
Well, God bless 14th Street.
I kiss the grounds of this city. You know what I want to do? I want to get all dressed up in black. Black sneakers, black jeans, black fur coat, black hat, all black everything. And I want to go to some bar and I want to sit at the end of the counter and just stare into my drink. That is New York. You always make me feel like I got the next line. What's up with you?
I've just never met anybody like you before.
Me neither. You know, I think you can feel this city in a person's ass. You know, like if they're free flowing, down with it all, or really part of it, then their ass is like this. But if they're uptight and just living here, not really a part of it all, then their ass is like this.
I hesitate to ask. That's a fascinating theory. And at this moment, extraordinarily accurate.
There, because if everybody's there, I want to thank you all for coming to the wedding. I'd appreciate your going even more. I mean, you must have lots of better things to do, and not a word of it to Paul. Remember, Paula, you know the gal I'm gonna marry, but I'm not, because I wouldn't ruin anyone as wonderful as she is. But I thank you all for the gifts and the flowers. Thank you all. Now it's back to the showers. Don't tell Paula, but I'm not getting married today. Was this day, tragedy of life? Wife gets yoked to wife. The heart sings. Look, I don't know what you're waiting for. A wedding? What's a wedding? It's a prehistoric ritual where everybody promises fidelity forever, which is maybe the most horrifying word I've ever heard, and which is followed by a honeymoon where suddenly she'll realize she's settled with a nut and wants to kill me, which you should. So listen, thanks a bunch, but I'm not getting married. Go have lunch, because I'm not getting married. You've been grand, but I'm not getting married. Don't just stand there, I'm not getting married. Don't tell Paula, but I'm not getting married today. a kick. You could pick up a christening, but please, on my knees, there's a human life at stake. Listen, everybody, I'm afraid you didn't hear. Did you want to see a crazy lady fall apart in front of you? It isn't only Paula who'll be ruining her life. You know, we'll both of us be losing our identities. I telephoned my analyst about it, and he said to see him Monday, but by Monday I'll be floating in the Hudson with the other garbage. I'm not well, so I'm not getting married. You've been swell, but I'm not getting married. Clear the hall, cause I'm not getting married. Thank you all, but I'm not getting married. And don't tell Paula, but I'm not getting married today.
Was this bride totally insane, slipping down the drain? And was this tie in our arms as it starts to
Today is for go, kids, go. Look, you know I adore you all, but why watch me die like Eliza on the ice? Look, perhaps I'll collapse in the apps right before you also take back the cake, burn the shoes, and boil the rice. Look, I didn't want to have to tell you, but I may be coming down with hepatitis, and I think I'm gonna faint. So if you want to see me faint, I'll do it happily. But wouldn't it be funnier to go and watch a funeral? So thank you for the 27 dinner plates and 37 butter knives and 47 paperweights and 57 candle holders. I am not getting married, but I'm not getting married. Still, I'm not getting married. See, I'm not getting married. Let us pray we are not getting married today. Oh, you're here. Don't talk. Why don't the two of you talk to each other? I can't think. Paula, stop staring. It's like bullets coming right through me. Oh, Paula, I'm crazy. I left the refrigerator door open last night, so the orange juice for breakfast was hot. And if you say it's okay, I'm going to go running right out of this room to the hopeless cases section of Bellevue Hospital where they'll understand me. No, don't talk. Sorry, Paula, go ahead, say whatever it is that you wanted to say. Whatever you want. I mean, who am I to tell you what to do? Oh, Bobbie, this is the real me, crazed.
I was just starting to think that this is probably a much more interesting wedding morning than most. One bride certainly has a lot of energy, and the other bride is abnormally quiet, and yet a festive atmosphere pervades the room. I guess it's the maid of honor, smiling even as she's hoping nobody dies from drinking boiled orange juice.
Oh, I would laugh, Bobbie, if it weren't all so tragic. Oh, and how do I look? Funny?
Yeah, that's a funny outfit.
Stylist who did my hair looked like she was on withdrawal. Oh. Paula, what are you so happy about all the time?
You.
It's just so crazy. I mean, it's neurotic, right? Like insane that we're going through with this stupid wedding in the middle of all of this. I mean, we've been living together for years. It's embarrassing, Paula. People will think that I'm pregnant.
That's next year, dear. Listen, we better hurry.
What am I doing? I'm 31.
And perfect.
An oldie but a goodie, huh? At least we didn't have a full Catholic wedding. That way, next year when we get a divorce, we won't be sinners. I mean, I never thought I would marry anyone Jewish. I mean, I didn't even know anybody who was Jewish. See, Bobbie, this is what a little Catholic rebellion will lead you to. That was probably my main attraction.
What's all this about me being Jewish today? About 3/4 of our friends are Jewish. Hurry up.
Did I say I like my friends? I did not. I much prefer my enemies. At least they would leave me alone. And I need to be left alone. Like Bobbie.
I'm not like that. What are you talking about? Don't answer. We don't have time.
Amy, after all these years, don't you know we fit together?
The higher you go, the harder it hurts when you fall.
I've never dropped you yet.
Whoever reads this, I love you. Well, thank you. I love you.
Thank her, the phantom. She's always leaving these little notes around. No one can stand all that sweetness, Paula. No one in the world, not a single person, can handle that much infinite affection.
Amy, don't you think we better go?
I can't.
Amy, if anybody should be married, it's you. Tell her, Bobbie.
Bobbie tell me? Who's going to tell Bobbie?
Paula, I am the last person to tell anyone anything like that.
I see.
I'll just call and say that we'll be a little late. They'll be expecting us.
Amy, do you see what you're doing to yourself? Did you know that if other people did to you what you do to yourself, they could be put in jail? Come on.
Oh, look, Paula, it's starting to rain.
It is starting to rain. Oh, that reminds me. Do you know who I ran into the other day? Tim Kincaid. You remember Tim Kincaid from school? Yeah, well, he's married now. I almost didn't recognize him.
Amy, come on. We're going to be late.
Just because we can doesn't mean we should. I don't even know how I let it get this far. Oh, and look, and now it's really starting to rain. It's a flood. It's a sign. Thank you, God. Now just tell her.
Amy, let's go. People are waiting.
There's no reason, Paula. I can't. I just can't. I'm so afraid.
Of what?
I don't know. I just don't. I don't know. Maybe you're not for me, Paula. I don't think anybody is for me. I've never seen a single good marriage, not once, not in my entire life.
You see what you look for, you. I've seen a lot. Married people aren't marriage any more than musicians are music. Just because some people might be wrong doesn't matter. It can still be right.
Yeah, we'll put that on a t-shirt, Paula. Look, I'm not being emotional. I'm as sane as can be. Paula, I'm sorry. I just don't love you enough.
Bobbie, would you call and explain and
What did I just do?
What you had to, I guess. If it was right, you would have gone through with it. That's what I think anyway. Amy, you know what we should do?
What's that?
We should get married. Us two. That would shut them all up. Marry me.
Huh?
You said it yourself. We're just alike. Why don't we, Amy?
Why don't we, Bobbie?
Marry me and everyone will leave us alone.
Isn't the world funny? I'm afraid to get married and you're afraid not to. Thank you, Bobbie. It's just that you have to want to marry somebody, not just somebody. Oh, Christ. She ran out without an umbrella or anything. She'll get pneumonia. I'm going to have to catch her. I'm getting married. And she's so good, isn't she? She's so good. Okay.
Amy.
Marry me a little, love me just enough. Cry, but not too often. Play, but not too rough. Keep a tender distance, so we'll both be free. That's the way it ought to be. I'm ready, marry me a little. Do it with a will. Make a few demands I'm able to fulfill. Want me more than others, not exclusively. That's the way it ought to be. I'm ready now. You can be my best friend. I can be your right arm. We'll go through a fight or two. No harm. too far. We won't have to give up a thing. We'll stay who we are. Right! Okay then. I'm ready. I'm ready now. Someone marry me a little, love me just enough, warm and sweet and easy, just the simple stuff. Keep a tender distance so we'll both be free. That's the way it ought to be. I'm ready, marry me a little, body, heart, and soul. Passionate as hell, but always in control. Want me first and foremost, keep me company. That's the way it ought to be. I'm ready now. Oh, how gently we'll talk. Oh, how softly we'll tread. All the stings, the ugly things we'll keep unsaid. We'll build a cocoon of love and respect. You promise whatever you like, I'll never collect. Right! Okay then. I'm ready. I'm ready now. Someone. I'm ready.
Oh, what a gorgeous apartment.
Thank you.
Just gorgeous. Did you do it yourself?
Yes.
Yourself?
Yes. Yeah, I did.
Really?
Really?
Well, it's gorgeous. Did you really do it all by yourself?
Yes. Why? Did you hear that I didn't?
No. Oh, isn't that tasteful and interesting?
Sure. I'll take it. I mean, I always liked my apartment, but I never used to be in it.
It's beautifully laid out. See how nicely all the furniture is placed in areas to make it so warm and sweet and tucked in.
How about that?
Oh, and the choice of colors is so relaxing and simple and feminine.
Uh-huh.
You never really spent time here? But it's so great. Maybe that's why you like it so much.
Well, you love it. I can tell. I can always look for another place.
Right after I became a flight attendant, a friend of mine who had a garden apartment gave me a cocoon for my dorm room. She collected things like that, caterpillars, insects, and stuff. It was attached to a twig, and she told me that one morning I'd wake up to a beautiful butterfly flying around my room. She said when they first come out, they're soaking wet, and there's even a tiny little speck of blood. Isn't that fascinating? And anyway, I told her I had a cat, I had a cat then. And she said, well, just put it someplace where the cat can't get it, which is impossible, but what will you do? Anyway, I put it up on this ledge where the cat never went, and I came back the next morning and it was still there, so I thought that'd be okay. Anyway, about a week later, very, very early in the morning, I get a phone call. And the girl calls me, she says, Andy, do you have a butterfly this morning? So I put down the phone, I managed to get out of bed and look, and sure enough, I saw the wet spot and the tiny little speck of blood, and there was no butterfly. And I thought, oh dear God in heaven, the cat got it. So I picked up the phone to tell this girl, and just then, suddenly, I spotted it underneath the dressing table, and it was moving one wing. The cat had gotten it, but it was still alive. So I told the girl, and well, she got so upset with me, and she said, oh God, Andy, don't you see that's a life? That's a living thing. And anyway, I got dressed. I took it to the park. I put it on a rose. It was summer. I thought it'd be okay. At least, I thought. The girl, I really felt damaged by her. Awful. It was just so cruel. So I got home. I called her back. I said, listen, I'm a living thing too, you shithead.
That reminds me of something I did in Miami. Well, not exactly the same, but, well, you'll see. I was at a party and I met this guy, a handsome guy, and, well, it was just like you and me. We just connected. You don't mind me telling you this, do you?
No.
It just came to mind. Anyway, we were talking and we just connected in this really beautiful way. Just like you and me, except, well, we couldn't contain ourselves. It was incredible. I mean, we were talking and then all of a sudden we just couldn't talk anymore. No sounds came. We were standing looking at each other, our bodies bathed in perspiration, our legs trembling, and we just left. We went to one of those strips with all those motels, and we didn't say anything. We got inside that room and we started touching and kissing and laughing and holding, and suddenly he said that I should go out and get lots of baby oil and champagne, and that we should get beautifully high and start rubbing. Well, you know. I rushed out of there and I tried to find a liquor store and a drugstore that was open. Finally, I got the champagne and the oil, and I was headed back to the motel, and I couldn't find it. I drove for 3 hours and I never found it. I never saw him again either.
That is the most incredible story I've ever heard. You poor, poor girl. And you drove around for 3 hours.
More. All night I drove around looking for that motel. I mean, all night. With all the baby oil and hands trembling.
It's so sad. I just don't know what to do.
I know.
But wait a minute. Those stories don't really follow. I don't see the connection. Unless, oh, you see yourself as the wounded butterfly.
Yes. That's it.
Well, I better get going. I have an early flight tomorrow.
Where you going?
Barcelona.
Oh,
Don't get up.
do you have to?
Yes, I have to.
Oh,
Don't get up. Now you're angry.
no, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not. Put your things down.
See, you're angry.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not. Put your wings down and stay.
I'm leaving.
Why?
To go to.
Stay.
I have to
Fly,
fly.
I know, to Barcelona. Look, you're a very special guy, not just an overnight. No, you're a very special guy, and not because you're bright, not just because you're bright. You're just a very special guy, Randy.
Andy.
Andy.
Thank you.
What you thinking?
Barcelona.
Oh,
Flight 18.
stay a minute.
I would like to.
So,
Don't be mean.
stay a minute.
No, I can't.
Yes, you can.
No, I can't.
Where you going?
Barcelona
So you said.
and Madrid
Bon voyage.
on a Boeing.
Good night.
You're angry.
No.
I've got to
Right.
report to.
Go.
That's not to say that if I had my way. Oh well, I guess. Okay.
What?
I'll stay.
But. Oh, God.
Yeah, we fixed it up. Took care of lots of things, planted nice. We really worked hard. Now we spend all our time out there.
The terrace was great. Dinner was great. Thank you.
Isn't that a great recipe? Peter is a great cook.
It's none of my business, but are you two doing any better? I mean, you seem so happy.
Oh, yeah. We both changed so much. Really grown, I mean. It's like the pressure is off, you see. I don't feel so tied down or strangled or caught anymore. And we really talk now. I mean, we were miserable for so long. Now it's fine, like, oh, just really being free again.
Well, great. Terrific. I'm so happy for you both.
It's hell getting a divorce in New York, you know. Forget it, we gave up. It's like they think up everything to keep you married. Plus, for instance, where was Peter going to find an apartment if he moved out? And when he finally did find one, the building owner wanted the first 2 months' rent, last month's security, plus a finder's fee, plus money under the table, plus the rental agency fee. And then the super wanted money for letting him in, and the tenants wanted money for moving out. And he finally told them all to just go screw themselves. Besides which, he insisted I keep half of everything, no matter what. If it was up to Peter, he would have cut the carpet in half and we'd have had 2 runners. He was fantastic, involved and nicer. so giving. I don't know. Better. It all got better. Plus, the courts here are so crowded. Everybody is getting a divorce.
Remember last year when everyone was getting married? Peter, I was just telling Susan, I'm so glad you all didn't get that divorce.
What?
No, that's just what I was saying, Bobbie. We flew out to Nevada and got the divorce.
It's beautiful down there.
Oh, so you're not married now?
Married? No, we tried that. No, divorce is better for us. We might get divorced again.
Truth is, we never should have got married. We should have just divorced right away. We're terrific divorced.
I think we were just always meant to be divorced.
Well, still, it takes two to make a happy divorce, and God knows it's working, and I think you two are terrific together.
So do I.
So do I.
Wow. I think they're gonna hurt themselves.
What if their mothers came in and saw them doing this? Think of their poor mothers.
They're not what you call self-conscious.
Anyway, where was I? Oh, my first husband. He was so difficult to remember, even when you were with him. We got married here in New York, and I was just out of college, see, and he was here on some business deal, but he owned a big meat packing company in Chicago. Attractive? Well, we lived in New York for about a year, and then one day he had to go back to Chicago. And you know, he was actually surprised when I told him that I wasn't going to wait here for him. I mean, I'm still not quite sure where Chicago is. It's over there somewhere. And he used to call me every night. And for months, we would just both be sitting on the phone, long distance, just breathing at each other. I mean, after a while, what more is there to say?
You know, this really is a phenomenon. Really, the best way for two people to be connected and detached at the same time.
Second only to marriage. Anyway, he said he didn't really plan to come back, so I knew we had a tiny dilemma. Or at least he did. I was still too young. But I was old enough to know where I was living, and I had no intention of leaving New York. I have never left New York, never have, never will, and certainly would I never go to a place where they actually feel honored to call themselves hog butchers to the world. I mean, they're proud of that. So I said, piss off, Rodney. But I said it nicer. Anyway, we got a divorce. A divorce. One word means all that. I need another drink.
You?
The eagle has landed.
You all have had a few, huh?
I hate this dinner. I hate this show, and I hate it here. And what I need is more to drink. And look at Bobbie. Look how desperately she needs another drink. Do you know what? I suddenly find myself at an age where I am too old for the young ones and too young for the old people. I'm nowhere. I think I better drink to me. To me, the generation gap. I am the generation gap. Oh, if the neighbors here, let them. This whole country is about young, and it's about money, and if you haven't got one, you sure better have the other. Do you hear me?
What time is it?
In real life, I really do need this drink. I'd like to propose a toast.
Here's to the ladies who lunch, everybody laugh. Lounging in their caftans and planning a brunch on their own behalf. Off to the gym, then to a fitting, claiming they're fat. and looking grim, 'cause they've been sitting, choosing a hat. Does anyone still wear a hat? I'll drink to that. And here's to the girls who stay smart. Aren't they a gas? Rushing to their classes in optical art, wishing it would pass. Another long, exhausting day, another $1,000, a matinee, a Pinter play, perhaps a piece of Mahler's. I'll drink to that. And one for Mahler. Here's to the girls who play wife. Aren't they too much? Keeping house but clutching a copy of Life just to keep in touch. The ones who follow the rules and meet themselves at the schools, too busy to know that they're fools. Aren't they a gem? I'll drink to them. Let's all drink to them. And here's to the girls who just watch. Aren't they the best? When they get depressed, it's a bottle of scotch, plus a little jest. Another chance to disapprove, another brilliant zinger, another reason not to move, another vodka stinger. I'll drink to that. So here's to the girls on the go. Everybody tries. Look into their eyes and you'll see what they know. Everybody dies. A toast to that invincible bunch. The dinosaurs surviving the crunch. Let's hear it for the ladies who lunch. Everybody rise, 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 rise.
I would like to have a cigarette. Larry, do you remember when everyone used to smoke, how it was more festive, happier, or something? Now every room is not unlike an operating room, for Christ's sake.
I've never smoked.
Why?
I don't know. I meant to. Does that count?
Meant to? Meant to? Jesus, baby. You are lifted right out of some case history. You are always outside knocking at the door while someone else is inside dancing at the party. Now, I insist you smoke.
No, thank you.
Joanne, come on, honey, she doesn't.
You smoke. I'll watch.
Watch? Well, did you hear yourself? Did you hear what you just said, kiddo? Watch.
I don't want to.
Because you're weak. And I hate people who are weak. Smoking might be the only thing that separates us from the lower forms.
You want to call it a night?
Call it what?
See? Every day Joanne tests me. Twice a year, my wife here packs up to leave so that I'll ask her to stay. My mother was a very difficult woman, and my old man left her, and he regretted it until the day he died. Now me? Hey, I married this imperious broad who's got no self-esteem. This lady who hears a bell and charges into the ring so that nobody will see what a pushover she is. Got a wife who has a hard time believing that she's found a man that she daily fascinates. And unlike my father, I'm a very happy man. She doesn't act like this when you're not around, Bobbie. I hope you get to meet Joanne sometime. She's a really terrific lady. In fact, if you ever do decide to get married, Bobbie,
Never get married, Bobbie. Never. Why should you?
I don't know. For company? Like everyone else?
Who else?
Everyone. Whoever fell in love and got married.
I know both couples and they're both divorced. Oh, Larry, you interrupted me before. See what happens when you rushed me? I wanted to toast my second husband.
It's late. I'm going to the John. And when I get back, we're going to bed. Holiday is ending, okay?
You have a good third husband, Joanne. He's a good man. Anyway, thanks for the evening. I'm glad I joined you too. I was feeling really low, really depressed. I drank, but you really put it away tonight. The last several times you and I have done this, I have had shameful hangovers. I mean, abominable. We may be doing permanent damage. Did you ever think about that? We have good times, and it's a blast, yes? Whatever you say. And no, I will not smoke a cigarette if that's what you're trying to stare me into. I am a product of my generation, and I will not smoke. My age group is a very uptight age group. Oh, it's drunk out tonight. What are you looking at, Joanne? Is it my charisma? Well, don't look at my charisma.
When are we gonna make it?
I beg your pardon?
When are we gonna make it?
What's wrong with now?
I'll take care of you.
But who will I take care of?
Well, did you hear what you just said, kiddo?
I didn't mean it like that.
Oh, I just heard a door open.
You think I haven't looked at all that? Commitment and marriage and all that. You said it yourself over and over again. What do you get?
What's wrong?
Do you think I haven't looked at all that? Commitment and all that. What do you get for it? What do you get?
What happened?
Oh, I just did someone a big favor. Come on, Larry. Let's go to bed.
Lean on me. I'll hold you.
Of course you will.
What do you get? What do you get?
Someone to hold you too close. Someone to hurt you too deep. Someone to sit in your chair, to ruin your sleep, to make you aware of being alive, being alive. Someone to need you too much. Someone to know you too well. Someone to pull you up short, to put you through hell and give you support for being alive, being alive, being alive. Someone you have to let in, someone whose feelings you spare. Someone who, like it or not, will want you to share a little, a lot, is being alive, being alive. Someone to crowd you with love. Someone to force you to care. Someone to make you come through, who will always be there, as frightened as you of being alive. Being alive. Being alive. Being alive. Somebody hold me too close. Somebody hurt me too deep. Somebody sit in my chair and ruin my sleep and make me aware of being alive. Being alive. Somebody need me too much. Somebody know me too well. Somebody pull me up short and put me through hell and give me support for being alive. Make me alive. Make me alive. Make me confused. Mark me with praise. Let me be used. Vary my days, but alone is alone, not alive. Somebody crowd me with love. Somebody force me to care. Somebody make me come through. I'll always be there, as frightened as you, to help us survive. Being alive. Being alive. Being alive.
This is the craziest thing, huh?
Yeah, do you think something's wrong?
No, I think something's right.
So do I.
Maybe she forgot.
How could anyone forget a surprise birthday?
Maybe the surprise is on us. I think I got the message. Come on, Larry. Let's go.
Yeah, I think we should.
Yes. I think we can go now.
Well, maybe we should leave her a message.
Maybe we should leave her alone.
I'll call her tomorrow.
Don't.
I won't.
Jamie?
What?
Nothing.
Okay. All together, everybody.
Happy
birthday, Bobbie.